And the cliff behind the monastery are rather striking, and if you can perhaps see a ledge up there, which we've always had the intention of building a small chasovnia or chapel for St. Seraphim of Sarov on the ledge. But now that I'm 70 years old, I have to wait for some younger monks to come. And we have built a pathway going up to the ledge. But to build the chapel, it'll probably be the next generation of monastics who finish that. Yeah, it's tedious here. Now this is one of the most important parts of the monastery, the Candel Factory.
Candel Factory.
It was through the Candel Factory that we paid the mortgage on this place. And thank God we've paid the mortgage off completely. That's not to say we're out of debt. We still have about $100,000 in debts that we try to pay, but the mortgage is paid. And that's one of the big things, because mortgage interest is so monstrous that if you owe $250,000, you end up paying close to $1 million by the time you paid off the mortgage. That's why in the Old Testament law, usury was forbidden, because they didn't want people to suffer so much. But all the candles the strings are suspended on these devices. And Vladika Varlam, who's now 75, will spend days, hours dipping candles one round at a time. They're all hand dipped. And while we were paying the mortgage, he would sometimes work 15, 16 hours a day, because we had huge numbers of orders for candles and we needed all the business we could get. The Serbs bought and would buy the most candles of all, because they're pure beeswax, and Serbs like the purity of beeswax, pure beeswax. Vladika is very particular about his candles. If you examine them, they're almost always exactly the same thickness, and they're all polished at the bottom. And he actually has a micrometer that he tests the thickness to make sure he's not getting too far off with them, because he thinks they should be the best. And one thing he likes about dipping candles is that he can use it like a prayer rope. He can say the Jesus prayer all the time he's dipping candles. And kind of rhythmic type of dipping.
We're missing the smell of the room off the tape, off of the video, though.
Yeah, we had a bear somehow managed to open that window because it wasn't locked tightly, stuck his head in and grabbed a bundle of candles, and Vladika came out, and there was the bear, mouthful of candles, and Vladika was yelling at him, and he took off up the mountainside but didn't drop the candles. So the way you keep them from doing that is to hang a bag of mothballs on the outside of the window. And all they can smell then is the naphtha, and they don't break in. You do that with the apple trees too, to keep the bears from taking all the apples, is you put a little plastic cover over so the rain doesn't dissolve the mothballs. And you hang a little mesh bag of mothballs around on the tree, and the bears won't touch them because the smell of naphtha is so strong.